Ex-Formation Secretariat Nicky Morgan has alerted pro-Brexit Tories versus sword-rattling above the UK's next customs officer institutional arrangement in the EU. She told Assumption how Theresa May could person a problem if MPs ended up supporting several shape of position Brexit Customs Officer Association was deep useless. MPs are to discussion a backbench movement on Thursday inviting for the UK to hold the kind of location following Brexit. Labour says a association of kinds is the way striker, but ministers deny the Downing Road's stance is how stay during the EU Customs Officer Association or connecting several new shape of association would limit the UK's capacity to hit trading deals in some countries and thus be inappropriate. By the government is instead of looking at two options following the UK foliage on March 29, 2019, a new Customs Officer Association in the EU. By that down there would go on to be no customs officer boundary among the EU and UK, or a very streamlined customs officer location with technique to promote the motion of consumer goods. Labour, the Lib Dems and the SNP, advantage several Conservative Party, trust how just a completely fledged association will defend current trading. They say it is as well the just sustainable way to escape a difficult boundary on the Isle of Ireland. Thu's backbench discussion was tabled by Elder Crucifix Party MPs, consisting Ms Morgan, following ministers lose a voice on the question in the Lords' recent 1 week. Though the voice will not be mandatory, it has grown temperature in the prudent side and led to unverified accountable how top ministers might abandon if by the government has to cede destruction on the question at several spot in the next. If each period Parliament debates the question, or passes an correction, all we end up in is a kind of hysterics and management assumption, how is very not in Britain's interests, she told. All the sword rattling the weekend is not upcoming of the chapter of the side how I present. It is upcoming of the pro-Brexit chapter of the side. And it is deep useless. Though several MPs include surveyed the spot of Thu's discussion, Mrs. Morgan told the View of business community and tripartite constituents concerned on the effect of Brexit on their livelihoods ought to be debated in Parliament. But Head Secretariat to the Exchequer Liz Farm said Wireless 5 dwells pioneers policy it was really essential how Parliament didn't search to link the main secretary's hands while it came to talks on a next customs officer scope. He's already negotiating how has a lot of facility aspects to she told. And Judiciary Secretariat David Gawkey told by the government had to do and win the instance how outgoing the EU Customs Officer Association would not outcome in superfluous impeding. I believe nobody who has looked in the question has seen how it is rather precise how down there is no some location how we can go rather than to stay in a Customs Officer Association in the Europe Association, anything else makes feeling. Number 10 source said the clique associate politics had not modified and the UK was outgoing the Customs Officer Association.